Members of the Senate, members of the House, ladies and gentlemen, we are here today for the purpose of signing the Cancer Act of 1971. And I hope that in the years ahead that we may look back on this day and this action as being the most significant action taken during this administration. It could be.
Had there been no Watergate scandal, perhaps President Richard Nixon would have been remembered in a more positive light for these words: a declaration of war. The war on cancer. Nearly half a century later, the war is raging worldwide. Some battles have been won. Some cancers, once deadly, have become chronic and manageable. And a few, like childhood leukemia, are even cured most of the time. But global victory is nowhere near in sight. Despite tremendous public and private investment in cancer research, all therapies for solid cancers end up failing in 9 out of 10 patients. Why is it so? Perhaps the chosen category of targets, individual proteins, is not the right category. Perhaps the weapons we're designing, targeted therapies, are not the right ones. Perhaps there is something not quite right in the way we're defining who the enemy is. Is it really the cancer cells, the tumors, or the mechanisms that make them spread? Perhaps the prevailing theory that cancers are caused by mutations has made us blind to some other reality. These are tough questions that we'll only find answers to in the future. But perhaps, at some point in the past, we swayed from a more promising path. Perhaps an important discovery was made too early, and the medical establishment was not ready or willing to realize and accept its significance. In 1891, a young surgeon named William Colleys discovered that in some patients, the immune system was capable of eliminating cancers in a dramatic and durable manner. All it took was an acute bacterial infection or exposure to a mixture of strong bacterial antigens on top of the cancer, a mixture dubbed Colleys toxins. It is as though the brakes of a very powerful cancer-killing mechanism could be sometimes released when the immune system was made to switch to a disease-fighting mode. Colleys did all he could to transform his discovery into an effective and safe therapy, and to convince his fellow oncologists of the validity of his approach. He succeeded quite well in the former, all things considered, but was much less successful in the latter. A century later, molecular oncologists learned how to release the brakes of specific checkpoints that suppress the cytotoxicity of immune system cells. Checkpoint inhibitors became a life-saving option for many patients with advanced metastatic cancers. Although the mechanisms of checkpoint inhibition and that of Colleys toxin are quite different, they are both equally important in defining a new therapeutic paradigm. It is based on the fundamental realization that the immune system may be the most potent medicine we have, and that it is already within us. How powerful of a weapon can it be? Let's find out.